Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Actually, I've not been able to keep well, so I've not been able to make a video. I decided to have it in a podcast form itself. So here it is today. I really wanted to discuss this ASAP because I see that people in the twin flame community, or people so-called gurus, they're trying to misguide twin flames a lot. Okay. So maybe, some of the content you'll find repetitive if you've heard any of my other twin flame podcasts or videos. So, first of all, why twin flames? Let's discuss that. So that's something that maybe I've not shared previously. Why twin flames? Let me tell you one thing. Like, when we look up to people who are spiritually awakened or enlightened, if you take, for example, Gautam Buddha. Okay. Gautam Buddha had to leave his family and then settle down alone. 7 years he um, left his house and was in search of enlightenment and stuff. And finally, after that, once he found enlightenment, then he started serving people, right? People tend to think that you always have to leave your house to do that. However, that was the, two ways we can look at it. One, that that was the ancient world. Okay. Now, we're not in the ancient world anymore. A lot of knowledge, wisdom, coaching, and gurus are all available online, right? And so the knowledge, there is frankly a lot of influx of knowledge. And that's one way of looking at it. Okay. So he had to leave house and and do this and that because things were not available. Home delivery was not available and internet was not there. But also, if you know anything about the Vishnu Dashavatar at all, you would be knowing that Gautam Buddha is considered to be the ninth avatar. The eighth avatar was Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna and Radha, like goddess Radha, they are looked up as twin flames. When goddess Radha died, she was, it said that Lord Krishna was very sad, and eventually, so there are parallel stories, number of them. So one of them, they say that she frankly became a part of Lord Krishna. Like she kind of mixed up, amalgamated back into Lord Krishna because she was a feminine form of Lord Krishna. Okay. So we see that again, the twin flames reunion, even though she had to die in the world per se. And after that, the ninth avatar, which is Gautam Buddha, is born. So we see Gautam Buddha does not require a woman because most likely he is not the divine masculine, he is both, right? He's divine masculine as well as feminine. So this is the other way of understanding this, and consequently he went on to the life path, of serving people, and he did his work till the last breath of his life. That is what you can learn if you go to for vipassana and stuff, and if you join Buddhism per se, then you will come to know about that as well. So that's one way of looking at, because please know that twin flame is not like a romantic connection. Of course, there's romance in between, like when you get on with your twin flame, it's a different level of romance altogether, and you can never feel as attracted, as happy, as loving towards anyone else in your life ever. But the main crux of this entire twin flame journey is not romance at all. In fact, a lot of people, in fact, a lot of divine feminines remain in this entire aura of do I do my inner work? Shall I not do my inner work? Is it right to be with my twin flame? He's younger, he's older, he's in a different community. So a lot of people stay there. So why twin flames is one question I really wanted to answer before getting on with the life purpose and reunion stuff. Why twin flames? Because twin flames, the entire idea of masculine, feminine, the entire idea of polarity, in the entire idea of opposites within the same soul or within the same entity is the rule of the universe, like the neutron and the proton. Okay, so you will always have the yin and the yang, the opposing forces together, and when you are able to amalgamate both of the opposing forces together, then only do are you able to get at the marg, what you call in Hinduism. Okay, the madhyam marg is where you know how can madhyam marg be explained? Like, let's say if you have waveforms, if someone can make you very happy, the same person's absence can make you very sad. That's the same thing with things also. So you need to give up the attachment to be in a twin flame reunion. And that is why you're made to suffer all throughout. And the divine masculine's role being that he's going to behave in the way that makes you feel exactly those emotions that are your blocks. So he's going to like magnify those things to you. Like, let's say you don't love yourself, he's going to magnify that emotion and behave in a way that he doesn't love you. Let's say you have a past life trauma related to, not being capable of being with men, or something like that. So he will magnify that part to you so that you start questioning, what is the problem with me? Why couldn't I respond in the way I should have? Why did he leave me like that? There may be abandonment issues and trauma. One thing not many people are discussing is the soul shock. Soul shock is absolutely, absolutely compulsory for the divine feminine. Compulsory, I would say, because without the soul shock, you will not be able to. Yes, there is this sense this feeling, this emotion that divine feminines have towards the divine masculine. That this guy doesn't love me at all, I think. I'm the only one running after him. But that's also because she has not been able to give herself that much love. She has always been that overflowing river, that overflowing sea, that ocean which is giving love to others and not giving love to herself. And that is what he is showing to her. Obviously, not consciously, he's doing it unconsciously. So, yeah, so the fact that soul shock is very important, and the divine masculine, even if he wants to come back to you, will not be able to come back to you for whatsoever reason unless you have done the healing and unless you get on to your life purpose. Okay, now coming to the main question of life purpose. So that means going to reunion means finding your life purpose. Now, for many people, it would be okay, that's the only thing, let me find that out. No, that's not as easy as it sounds, because you really need to heal those parts of yourself. So, I've been a past life regression therapist. Maybe I'm not into it anymore and I'm not trying to do it because finally I found my life purpose, which took me like 4 or 5 years to do. And so, frankly, I'm not getting into directly healing anyone now because that's not something I was born for doing. I did it, and it was a noble thing that I did, because of which I was taken forward in my spiritual awakening journey, and things became really difficult because spiritual awakening, the more forward you use, like you walk, the more difficult it becomes for you. It's like the game that, higher levels of the game, so things don't become easy, things are going to become more difficult, and it's more difficult to achieve things. However, there'll come a time when you will be a winner. And once the reunion happens, after the reunion, the game changes, because then there are two people involved. Now there are two energies working together. So even before talking about the life purpose, I must remind you of that point of time when you would have been with your twin flame. Either it can be the bubble phase when you people really talk to each other, or maybe you were not talking to each other but you were in close proximity. Okay, so maybe you were on the same in the same society, in the same campus, wherever you were. Okay, go back to the pictures, or if you have videos good enough, go back to them and watch yourself there. You'll look at a very empowered version of yourself, a very empowered version, because obviously you were working closely with your divine masculine's energy as well. And the divine masculine also must have been, quite empowered because he had his divine feminine energy deep inside in him. But then the fear and doubt and all those things, problems will erupt because the healing has not happened. Life purpose. So, let me tell you that I have been a person, I have been an educator for 12 years, across from the university to the schools. And apart from that, I've been always very good at academics, and I have been a speaker at TEDx and TED. I've been a writer. One of my novels last year was, counted as one of the best 10 novels, like 10 books in 2023. I have done multiple forms of healing. I am an advanced angel healer, advanced Ho'oponopono healer, Reiki master. I'm a tarot reader. I'm an angel card reader. I've been a past life regression therapist. I have had women write books under me, and yeah, so there are a number of things, and these are just the main things that I can mention right now, because there is Akashic records, there's Dhanlakshmi, there's abundance, a lot of things I've already done. Presently, I'm into marketing and finance. But why all this am I telling you? I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to tell you that despite doing all these things, I finally found out that my real life purpose is actually public speaking, like, to be able to express myself, and not just express myself, to be able to help other women express themselves. That is the life purpose. And I really want you to understand closely why am I saying so. Now, Dolores Cannon, if you know her, if you've read her books about quantum physics and stuff, and she was also a twin flame, and she talks about twin flames big time. So she discusses this entire idea because she was also big time into past life regression therapy, and she talks about different forms of the therapy, and it's not her idea that I'm talking about. It's something that I have discovered and I've got as a guidance, because if you go to an astrologer, frankly, we have some twin flame astrologers as well. I'm not trying to say that they are all fake. What I'm trying to say is they are trying to do their best to help you, perhaps. Okay. I'm not trying to be directly saying that they are cheating you. But what they're doing is they're actually misguiding you. Because the twin flame purpose opens up to the divine feminine to herself alone. It does not open up to anyone who's an astrologer or who is a tarot card reader or who is this or who is that or who is anyone else apart from her. She is the only one who can come to know about it. Let me tell you, from the age of 11, or maybe I think 9 or 10 only, I started designing a lot of dresses. Even my astrological chart says that if I deal in, like something related to clothes and garments, I'll be a millionaire. But that's something about the profit, right? The profit bit. I can earn a lot of money out of it. But that's not my life purpose, let me tell you. I was doing this healing work, and I have accelerated my journey. What was supposed to be happening in 2025 is now happening in 2024. So, yes, astrologically, let me tell you that I have accelerated my journey. And because I've been very dedicated towards my healing, so I have reached here to be able to tell you that all these things mean nothing. Okay. As a past life regression therapist, I realized, however, that if you can go and find out what are your problems, but frankly, for that, you'll need meditation. You really need to be very good at meditation, perhaps yoga. Yoga is something that takes away your past life traumas. Okay. Yoga, Zumba, whatever. You need to get your body moving a lot, and you need to have your mind in the calmest of states, wherein you can pick up the patterns. What is the problem? Forget about your divine masculine, okay? You need to really forget about your divine masculine. Forget in the sense that, of course, you will, soul shock means that it seems like it's better to die than to, live without him. But please know that whatever amount of crying you may do, he will not come back unless you heal, okay? So it's better to follow what I'm saying. So, first of all, find out the patterns. What are your problems? What are those issues which you think have created the same kind of patterns over and over again? Like, I always guide women before past life regression. What kind of men do you always find? Are they cheaters? Are they liars? They don't have enough time for you? Or some women say that the man whom I like never likes me back, and there are other men who like me whom I don't like. All these patterns, all these questions can be asked in the past life regression, and you will be shown another story that belongs to a certain lifetime of yours. When you go back to that lifetime, you will see, and obviously, I do not guarantee you will stay in that trauma for some time. Sometime, maybe 1 week, maybe 1 month. Some of my lifetimes have kept me into trauma for 1 month, 2 months, and I've cried over them for a number of times. But what happened with crying was that I healed those emotions also. Like, I let go. Something that was frozen deep inside me, I have allowed it to flow out. And because I saw that in a particular lifetime, I was not allowed expression, it felt like as if even though I'm living a life, I'm not being allowed to speak up. It felt as if in my own life, my decision does not matter. And because of that emotion that I picked up, I understood that my life purpose has to be something related to that. So of course I was healing women, and like there are women who are saying, "Oh my God, you are like so good at it, Arunama. Please, this, that, and the other." And I took it to 10x, like what I was charging back in April. 10 times, 10 times is like a minor thing that I'm saying right now. I was about to move into it full time before I got the guidance that this is not my life purpose. And then I got the guidance that this is the life purpose: speaking and getting other women to speak, getting them to open their authentic voice, to be able to share with the world what you think, what you feel, what you have understood, and what you have learned. That is my life purpose. Your life purpose may be something completely different. Now, someone's life purpose can actually be to um, start a clothing brand. I'm not trying to say anything is lesser or anything is better. What I'm trying to say is your life purpose is your life purpose. You have come back to serve that because in a certain lifetime something was taken away from you, which you need to get back not only for yourself but for other people as well. Now, those other people for me are women. And there is also a reason for that because in the last three lifetimes as a man, I have not been able to serve women very well. Okay. So, life purpose has a reason why is it given to you. Okay. What was taken away from you, you need to get it back and give it to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, manifold to create that positive energy. That is the entire idea of life purpose, my friend. If anyone is telling you, because there are coaches, frankly, they try to help. And frankly, I have had some insight into astrology as well. And yeah, you can find out through astrology if you're a twin flame or not. But if anyone tells you that I'll be able to tell you your life purpose, like, life purpose, like, you must plant 100 trees. My God, that's not the life purpose at all. Like 100 trees and then you are done. That cannot be the life purpose. Life purpose is something for the life. Okay. And so I'm hoping that you're understanding this. Now, the second thing that I come back to, this is for twin flames. I hope, like, if you're listening till now, then it appears like you are serious about your, journey. So, let me continue further. Like, there are many people who got to know, like, some people I talked to some of my friends and I said that I'm supposed to be in garments and stuff and I'll be a millionaire and stuff and this, that, and the other. I'm very good at fashion designing. I've been doing dress designing and stuff. So, in fact, even though I don't have enough YouTube subscribers presently, but I have got, like, I got people to, like these clothing brands, they do ask that why don't you wear this? And what you have to do is you just, write down the name. I hope you know about these things, right? You just write down, mention that, oh, I'm feeling so comfortable in this and whatever. So you also get those kind of opportunities. So clothing is something like I'm very close to, but then even though the mind says go and earn a lot of money out there, the soul says no. Why? And I will explain that to you. So let's say you are living in India, okay? And let's say you earn 50 lakh rupees here, and then you have to go to Antarctica. And in Antarctica, they're not going to convert this money at all. So whatever you have earned is like nothing for you. How are you going to, live in Antarctica now? You'll have to start from scratch. That means whatever you earned here means nothing. I'm sure you, like, some people have already understood what I'm trying to say, but let me, like, clarify it further. Money is something that is helpful in the world. And my friend, if you're a twin flame, you must understand that it's not just with what you can see through your two eyes that is important now. You are on a spiritual journey and you need a lot of good deeds that needs to be taken with you to the other world, which is a very, very happy place, unlike the 3D world, okay? And post your death, there are many more things that will happen. And how can I say it so? Because I have flashes of all those things. Before becoming a past life regression therapist, I have actually seen in my flash many past lives. Past lives in the sense I would see some roads, some houses, and some people, and those kind of things would happen. And even right now, sometimes I get flashes of other worlds and stuff. So the fact that it really matters that you take something which is convertible. Good deeds is convertible. Obviously, you need money to survive here and enough money to be happy. But then you need something which is convertible and which is only good deeds. If you really want more knowledge on this, like there is a story called Every Man, a 14th century play. It says that, a man who represented every man, all the characters were metaphorical, like metaphorically showing either value systems in human beings and stuff. So the central character was every man that represented every man, and this every man is about to die, and then when death is also a character, comes to him and says that now is the time for you to go. Every man says that, oh, no, no, I'm like very scared, I have to go alone. Let me ask my family. So family is also a character. Family says, no, I'm sorry, I'm not ready to go. Then he says, let me ask my money. Then money is also character, things like that. Ultimately, the only thing that can go with every man is good deeds. And when he looks for good deeds is a woman who has fallen somewhere and she's very weak because he has not done enough good deeds. So he asks, how can I, make her strong? So death gives him some time and says that make her strong. And good deeds has a sister called knowledge. And that actually is very helpful. That's something that I have always operated in my life. I have been curious to an extent to, like, always back up myself with enough knowledge. I have never let my curiosity be. I've always answered my curiosity with wisdom, knowledge, and, like, filling in the gap. So that is about life purpose. You really need to know your life purpose, which is only going to be opened up to you. And it will open up in a way that you will not be in a position to say, no, this cannot be. Okay, maybe it will take you a day or two. So, okay, this is my life purpose, to accept it. But then once you have accepted, you will know that this is the right path. And once you're on the life path, like the right path, then there's no stopping. Okay, yes, I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to be like super easy, but it will be all worth it. Everything, like every little step that you take towards your life purpose would make your life blissful, I must say. So that is how you must find. Do not go to astrologers, do not go to numerologists. Yes, I have learned numerology, I've been into astrology to quite a bit, and tarot reading, everything. Like, I've got all the occult knowledge to be able to support it all, and they've been very helpful. My number, like birthday number 3, and my life path number being 9, I've been able to find out that this is supported. But, and even though I've spent like more than a lakh rupees on public speaking and stuff 2 years ago, yet I was not able to see that this is my life purpose. Like, my mentor would tell me that, Arunima, you must start soon. And I've had so many other mentors who said, you must be doing like this thing. There are women who have told me that once you start personality development classes or English speaking or public speaking classes, please do let me know, I'm going to be there. I could not understand that. So it took a long time. It was like, a circumlocutory method that it took me a whole while to understand myself. But it will come. And no one else is going to be telling you, no one else should be telling you with finality. Please let me tell you that. And because we talked about reunion as well. So only when you start walking on the life purpose will you be able to reunite with your twin flame. Let me tell you that. Even if you're getting the vibes that, yeah, he's coming, or something like, he's thinking of me right now, or if you're meeting that, your twin flame in astral projection in your dreams, because dreams are astral projections, practically, it does not mean anything. Let me tell you, because as soon as you leave your life purpose, you'll be gone. And the entire idea of, again, coming back to the question, why twin flames? Let me tell you that why twin flames, because this is the super cool way. And I call it super cool way. Why? Because you get so madly involved with someone that you're ready to leave yourself, like leave everything behind and cry like a baby for someone. So obviously, this person is the right person to get you to do all the inner work. That is a super cool way of, like, mastermind God. That, oh, choose this way. If you're not going to spiritually awaken another way, you're not ready to leave the worldly pleasures, let me give you this path. That, you'll fall in love with your own twin flame, like that is your own soul, and then you will be ready to do all kinds of inner work. And frankly speaking, I was not feeling very well over the last few days, and I realized that whenever I speak, I really feel very well. When I sing, I feel very well. When I dance, so I express myself in different ways and I feel very well. Even though I don't have the energy right now to dance, but I have the energy enough to speak. And that is what your life purpose is. You will come to know that very soon. So the entire idea of reunion, and let me tell you, like, many people think reunion is the ultimate thing. Oh God. Reunion is only one juncture after which there are yet other things that, you will have to eventually, I would not say fight out, but perform with your twin flame. The first thing being that the world is not going to accept you, right? So that's it for today. If there are any questions, if you want me to make a podcast on any topic related to twin flames, if there's any question, please do ask, because this entire research and, um, all the inner work that I've done, it must help others. Signing off, Arunima. Thank you so much.